Yeah, just checking out Mindy's Amazon wish list and seeing what we can send. I'm really appreciative of her, Tony, and what we've accomplished so far. I hope it's only the beginning, but real proud of her and uh, and the show. So uh,
Yes,
just shout out to Mindy. Thank you very much.
very good. Maybe put a link to our Amazon wish list there in the chat. you know, there you go. I mean, we could do send some gifts up to Minnie. That's sure that'd be fine. It's in the chat for those watching live chat. That would be a cool thing to do.
They really like her. They really like her and trust her knowledge and
Oh yeah,
information. Uh, it's a difficult industry. We know the challenges, but uh, talking to Mindy, I don't hesitate at all because it's just like talking to another capper. That's the way I
that's yeah.
see it from the
Yeah,
get
I
go.
mean, it's just well prepared, on point, knowledge, information. It's there. There you go. I mean, that's what you want, and that's what you're getting there from Mindy. As you can see, she's gonna do a lot. She's gonna do a lot of damage into these bookmakers, and she's gonna move far in this industry. You can tell right away. So we'll get started here with Ramon. We're going to the NBA here tonight. We got the Heat here hosting the Pistons. The Heat can lay 7 total 220.
Yeah, I'm still learning, Tony. So maybe I'll learn my lesson one of these years and take a look at this one with Detroit and Miami. The news came out. No Jimmy Butler tonight. So how that will that affect this one? We've already seen the total drop a couple of points, and the spread as well dropped from 8.5. So obviously on the news that Butler would be out. But remember, Butler, you lose as much on the defensive end, really. Maybe not quite as much when he's really on his offensive game, but he's not a super scorer unless you need him to be, right? He's still that ultra consistent guy and pretty locked down defensively. I think one of the better defenders in the league. So for tonight, anyways, Tony, Detroit comes in with that really bad defense. There's no doubt about it, no getting around it. Detroit not playing very well near the bottom. I want to say 5 of the league and several defensive metrics coming in, but that doesn't mean they can't contribute to some scoring here. Yes, Miami hangs their hat defensively, but against a weaker team like Detroit, and the fact that this total has dropped, I think that opens it up a little bit for Miami to feel a little more confident. They lost to Memphis last night, 101-93, scored just 93 points, a Memphis team that didn't have Ja Morant, but they were that split with Boston in Boston. So tonight, when they go out to the lineup with Hero, with Struz, those guys will be able to get their 3-point shots off, I do believe, against the Detroit Pistons. Pistons also off of a game, ironically, against Memphis. They lost to Memphis at home, 122-112. So you see, playing Memphis for Detroit, a high scoring game, even though Miami was caught up in a little bit of doldrums there against Memphis, just scoring 93 points. I think they'll be able to get some scoring done here. Kyle Lowry should have a terrific matchup, I would think, in this one. So the only guys I would kind of worry about would be maybe Martin and maybe even Bam to get his averages. But ever since Cunningham's been out, Bogdo, he's been terrific. Tony, you're looking at a guy with Bogdanovich. Not many guys go 40-90. He's going to he's probably not going to challenge that, but it's nice to see those really incredible numbers. It doesn't do much else for you on the defensive end or the offensive end, but nice scorer is Bogdanovich. So he's good for 20 or more in this one, I would think. And Ivy's really stepped it up as well in the absence of Cunningham. Maybe Ivy is only a 14 or 15 point per game scorer if Cunningham is healthy the entire year, but now he goes, 16, 17, maybe even 18 a game. So I think with Bay and Bagley, they can play a little bit here. Miami doesn't cover the spread. We know that. They're not very good right now at getting numbers, so that kind of opens it up for a team like Detroit. The one thing they have been doing is covering some spreads lately, doing very, very well, 15-10 this season against the number. Now, I'm equating this to getting over the total, so I'll look for something in the maybe 115, 112 range. Miami gets it done, doesn't cover, game goes over. Detroit's certainly been getting numbers, and Miami has their, a little bit of woes, I would say. Uh, you know, on the at home. What are they? 3-8-1 against the spread this season, while Detroit, not very good against the spread. I think I quoted a 15. That's not correct. They're actually 6-2-2 in their last 10 games. Is the information that I meant to give out there. Tony was looking at some poor note taking, but. Anyway, I like it to go over. I like the matchup in there for Lowry, certainly against probably Killian Hayes. Hayes has actually found a little life with his career in Detroit somewhat. So he's been, playing a little better, showing that he's still around, still in the league. So Lowry should have a field day against Killian Hayes, though, tonight, to be quite honest. So, all right, Tony, I'm going to go over tonight, 220. Maybe going against the grain a little bit. Looks like 75% of the action coming in on the under, probably based on that Butler news. But again, I'd argue just lose as much defensively as you do on the offensive end without Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I know Butler in the lineup there. Yeah, you could lose the fence, no doubt about that. Of course, if you're doing your homework, you know that this was a back-to-back spot, and you always have to wonder, when you have these players returning from injury, especially guys like Butler, Hero. He's still a question mark next to Hero. He's in green, though. They expect him to play, but they still listed him on the injury report. And those are some things you worry about here with this Heat, who had a lot of players on that injured list. And of course, you got to wonder, of course, as you mentioned, that the coach really cautious with his players. You see them a lot of times sitting down. You mentioned that in the morning show. That keep an eye out. There may be some announcements with the Miami, and sure enough, there was the Butler coming down today with the injury. I kind of saw that too. I had a feeling they may have sat some players in a back-to-back spot. But Sadiq Bey is somebody who does get some scoring here. One of those players no one really talks about, but he can put up some points.
Oh yeah, and if he gets matched up against a guy like Strus tonight, that'll be a go sign, I would think, for Sadiq Bey. I think Strus is probably one of the weaker spots right now for a Miami team that does play that good defense. Again, when you're missing Butler, you're talking about a lot of missing quite a bit there. So I like him. I like Bogdanovich's spot certainly tonight. In that front court, maybe against a guy like Martin. So. Like I said, those numbers are incredible when you think about a guy, the 50, 40, 90 percentage shooter like he's flirted with a little bit. Don't forget Bagley, probably be okay against Bam here, I would think. And Isaiah Stewart's also been a nice contributor, I would say, for Detroit, trying to find some bright spots for Detroit. Again, we're really picking on their defense here. That's what we're going against. But again, this is their best. They're on their best of the season, getting numbers for sure. So I think the way it works is when Miami gets there is finally get right back home. Yes, hopefully the back to back is legs on the defensive end. In fact, you're right. It was one of our. I wish I could tell you offhand. Mindy could, because she's got that kind of memory. But one of our chatters was mentioning Butler's less than 100% effort last night. So I'm not saying that Butler is not out there trying. I think we know that when Jimmy Butler is healthy and playing, you're going to get 110% from a guy like that. If he's not looking fit, it's because of his fitness. And obviously getting the back off, probably pretty important if he was dragging already last night. You got to imagine the injuries that they've had, does take effect a little bit on the defensive end. And you see some of the guys that will be on the floor tonight. Duncan Robinson, he never met a shot he didn't like, and he probably shouldn't be shooting. So, he'll probably be chucking it up as well. Look for a big night, I would think, though, from Hero in the shooting department. I mean, here's a guy, right? If he's good for 3 or 4 threes a game, I would look for him maybe to get 5 or 6 here in this matchup.
There you go, Ramon here on the Pistons Heat over 220. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern time. The Swiss playing some Swiss cheese defense here against Portugal. It's now 3-0. Portugal on the lead on Swiss, 52nd minute of this game. So a lot to go on in case they're attacking all over the place. It could have so many high-scoring chances here for Portugal. It's Swiss cheese defense today by the Swiss. All right, Ramon, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. As we got the NBA on the board, but we got an attractive, top-heavy card here from college basketball with some nice games out of Madison Square Garden. There's some other also nice games in there as well. Hockey as well. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, it's a pretty nice card in college ball. Been a lot of movement for sure today. A lot of games. If you're not on them early, you might have missed out on your favorite sides. But if you're a contrarian, going to have a lot of opportunity tonight, I would think. There's been some stiff movement, some stiff steam out there in college ball, and I've got two 3 packs, Tony, an early 3 pack that goes off at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, and also a late 3 pack that goes off at 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific. So take your pick. They're both $30, or you can subscribe to my 3-day package and get the plays, all those plays, for just almost the same price when you use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Also, there you see Tony bottled up my pro basketball and my pro hockey for a 5 pack for just $30. I just say that's a sale price because you look at it every day. You look at my percentage and units in hockey and pro basketball. Those are my two best sports going right now, and I've got 5 games for $30. So that's a hot pack that I'm selling there tonight. I'd call it a discount considering our pricing points here at Tony'sPicks.com. So that's the one. If you really want to check it out, get the full impact of the multi-sport handicapper. That's the package you're going to look for right there. The Tuesday Pro Sports 5 pack for $30 for 3 NHL picks and 2 pro basketball picks tonight. My two best sports, proven right on the handicapper leaderboards. So that's a great pack tonight. Or you see the 3-day all sports pass there, $99. You save $20 off that if you use the promo code Tony T. But yeah, there you saw Tony the percentages. That's the way I'm looking at it tonight. Also have that is it actually. Just 2 college packs for 6 games total there. 2 NBA on that 3 game card and 3 on the ice, and that's the way I'll be attacking this board with the premium picks.
Sorry for Ramon Scott. Check him out over at Tony's Picks. Let's just go ahead and put the full leaderboard up there so we can see it here. You guys got a good eye on this. The numbers here. Ramon has just been impressive here for the year here 2022, showing great profit here in the NHL. Over 3,000 units of profit, 1581 here in the NBA. Had a great summer league, great college football, 634 with bowl season coming up. Baseball regionals, NFL showing great profit, MMA as well. Finished a really good CFL season, and of course the FIBA play that he put up there. So guys, get on board with Ramon. You see the numbers. We put the full screen up there. It's been really impressive for Ramon Scott. So we want to go ahead and get on board with Ramon Scott right now over at Tony's Picks. And of course, right now you can get on board with Ramon and get on with his packages up there today. He's got 3 sets of packages up there on the side for you. He has the late Tuesday college basketball 3-pack from the late games tonight, affordably priced at $30. Also in there with a 5-pack here, mixing up some hoops as well as hockey, and of course as well as his college basketball early 3-pack. So get on board there. And Ron mentioned instead of buying these plays individually, just get that 3-pack. It's a great value right now. Get all of Ramon's plays, 11 picks. I like that. We put that how many picks we have in action. So that 3-pack right now includes 11 picks today. 6 from college, 2 from the NBA, 3 from the NHL. So if you get that 3-pack, that's what you're getting just today. Just today. And of course, that includes more picks tomorrow and the following day. So 11 picks today with that 3-pack. And of course, that will cover you here on, here on today is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So you get those 3 days of coverage. Of course, that covers as well as we get into the NFL with the Rams in action against the Raiders. So that's a part of that, the 3-pack. All the college hoops, all the NHL, NBA is part of that 3-pack. Really affordable pricing there. Use that promo code at checkout here. As we mentioned to you before, Tony T at checkout, you'll save 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click in the All Cappers tab, and you'll get signed up. And when you do that, you'll land right on Ramon's handicapper page. So go ahead and get signed up there if you would. All right, Ramon, we also put together, looks like Portugal got another one. It's 4-1. No, Swiss got one. 4-1 now. So we're a lot of goals right now in this game. But anyway, Ramon, put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, a lot of good content. And, of course, you and Mindy with that morning steam.
2 goals, Tony. We can't even get through like 1/2 of a segment here on the show, the way it's going. But hats off to Morocco earlier too. We've really seen the powerhouses prevail, except for Morocco being able to pull it off against Portugal. So, okay. Anyways, Tony, yeah, take a look. Not Morocco, Spain, of course, Spain. Portugal's winning right now. We know that. Ronaldo, don't be surprised if Ronaldo's back in next game, by the way. So, yeah, Tony got a pick over there at Tony's Picks Ramon tonight. It's going to be in college basketball. So head on over to Tony's Picks Ramon. I've got the total in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and UTC. So check it out if you want another free pick from us over there. Trying to get some followers to that account, Tony. Giving out free winners every day. So why not follow me if you're someone who's on Twitter? Make sure you follow that account to get another free winner from me every day. And yes, me and Mindy will be back tomorrow for more Morning Steam. She'll be back, hopefully, and recovered from her birthday celebration with a lot of cake and libation and chocolates and things like that. So we'll be doing the show again. We'll mention Tony off that record yesterday for the Morning Steam. We went 7-0, and it's just not Mindy and I. We try to. It's almost like we try to run the picks through the chat to make sure they agree, right? That's what the show's evolved into. So when you come in and watch the live broadcast, you're a member of Team Steam. You can influence us a little bit, bring some great stats, information that could sway our opinion. And we like to say we weren't just 7-0 yesterday, Tony, but the entire Morning Steam family, if you will, was 7-0. They can share in those results. So when they look at the handicapper leaderboards and they see the Morning Steam up there on top 7-0, they can take pride and say, "Hey, look, we're on top of the handicapper leaderboards, making those and everything, getting those winners." So one thing to note on those today, Mindy and I, we do have some premium consensus picks that we did come up with our chat group as well. So we have those picks for sale. Now you can go back and watch all those shows on YouTube if you have time. We still got 2.5, 3 hours before the games kind of kick off. But if you just want to save some time, you missed the show, you can subscribe just like you saw to my premium package. You can subscribe to the Morning Steam packages of picks. And I will mention that college basketball has been our best sport of late, and we're on a 16-4 run in our last 20 totals in college basketball, and we did come up with a total today in the college basketball card. So either go back and try to find it and look. I don't want to give it away. It's part of the marketing, right? A little bit. But you can subscribe to our picks over there at tonyspicks.com. Make sure you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save that 20%. So we'll be back tomorrow, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We do the show Saturday through Thursday. We take one day off because, need a day off now and then. But come at it with every day, every picks, and all the major sports and a few others as well. So really great fun and having some good success there. 7-0 day. That was a pretty good day yesterday.
A very good day for the Morning Steam. I'll document over at TonySpace.com. Tune into the show Saturday through Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time with Ramon and Mindy in the mornings there with the Morning Steam. Of course, Ramon we put the Twitter account. Tony Ramon, make sure you give that one a follow. All right, Ramon, it's always great having the show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thank you, Tony.
You got it, Ramon.